You can see this architecture, this diagram, which is like very, very important for you to understand. You see here, this is like all the purple color things are interfaces. You can see here, search context is the parent, means the root. Then it is the parent of WebDriver and like web element, you can see. And web element is the parent of this like classes, Android web element, HTML unit web element, remote web element. So these are the green color things are classes. One is locatable, that is also the parent of these classes. Then we have JavaScript executor as a parent of this remote web driver and Android web driver classes. And one is like take screenshot. So that is also for screenshot things. So these are like a couple of classes which you will be interacting while learning the Selenium. So we have these browsers here. You can see a Firefox driver, iPhone driver, Chrome driver, Android driver, Internet Explorer, Safari, and others like I will show you in the live things so that you will understand that how these things are implemented. You can see a couple of things they have. So this diagram is very, very important for you to have a look on that. So basically in the interview, they will ask you to tell me the name of couple of classes and interfaces. Basically, mostly they will focus on interfaces that if you are like familiar with Selenium, so you should be knowing these interfaces like search context, web driver, JavaScript executor, locatable, web element, take a screenshot, and other interfaces are also there, which you will see time to time. So this is something architecture. And once you go to this Selenium reading material, if you don't have, I will just share this PDF with you. You can just download it from here. So just in the chat window, I'm going to paste it. Let me drag and drop. I cannot see that option. Cannot see that option that I can insert that. Well, okay, I will share it. I think I have already shared it in the shared drive. You can download it from there. That's okay. If it is not uploadable over here. So what I will do here, you see this is the PDF, which I will like referring throughout the course for the Selenium things. So this is like history of Selenium, how Selenium came into the market, and then how it becomes so much popular. And what we are going to learn, like basic of Selenium, the test ng, then Maven, then advanced test ng, advanced of Selenium, and then Cucumber we will learn. So this is like Cucumber things. So we will learn Cucumber, and these are like additional things. It's like not in our course, but yeah, if it is needed, I will just guide you through that as well. So history of Selenium. So in 2004, Selenium was first introduced. Means there is a company called ThoughtWorks. If you are aware or not, like this like company is ThoughtWorks. So Jason Huggins, what he did means he created like he was doing some project work, and for that project work, he wrote some code into the Java and like classes and methods he has written. Later on, he find that it can be used as a reusable component. So what he did, he tried writing all the codes, and after that, finally, when his code was completed or like almost completed, and couple of others people also contributed in that, then code was given you as a what you call jar file, means library, where you can just download and use it as a reusable component. Means someone has written those classes and methods and everything, but it's coming as a library so that you can just download and use it. So Simon Stewart did also like engineer in Google develop WebDriver. So basically Selenium came into the first into the market and WebDriver. So WebDriver is like object oriented programming. So when you see about like classes, methods and all such things. So that is a part of WebDriver. And Selenium is something like browser automation using like some of the JavaScript code. So earlier it was mostly based on JavaScript, but later on WebDriver was introduced, and WebDriver was mostly on the object-oriented programming concepts. So based on that, like it become so much popular after that. So I think from 2012 onwards, like its popularity become like more wider, and then people started using it as a wide level. So basically, when you talk about Selenium, it is like okay with any operating system. You can use in the Linux, you can use in the Mac, you can use it on the Windows system, and like language based. Also, you have seen Java, Ruby, Python, PHP. So couple of language you already know, JavaScript as well. So these are the couple of language which people are using. So Selenium 1 was introduced as the first thing. So that is called Selenium IDE and Selenium Remote Control. Okay, and Selenium Grid was like introduced. So that is called like Selenium 1. So like Selenium 4 currently we are using in the market. So you will see like which version you are using. So 4 point something something. So it means like Selenium 4 we are using. So when Selenium 1 came, so it was Selenium IDEs. Selenium IDEs was totally like kind of plugin which was supported by JavaScript. You have to write code and everything was like automatic created. But later on you can modify. So it was record and edit and play kind of thing. So it came into that time. So remote control was like from one machine if you want to run your code on some other machine. So that was supported by the remote control Selenium RC. And then plus Selenium Grid was added. So these are the features like if you want to execute your code in different machine on different browsers. So these features were not present. By default, it was only for Firefox. So then came RC and then Selenium Grid supported all those features which was needed. So I told you like something like 12 or 11, it becomes so much popular. Then Selenium 2 came. So Selenium 2, like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, then Selenium WebDriver. So when Selenium WebDriver was introduced, then it became more popular, plus Selenium Grid. So this is called a Selenium 2. So you can see basically they are calling it Selenium 1 plus Selenium WebDriver. So WebDriver was added and then it became so much popular. And then Selenium 3 got released in October 2016. So what it was having Selenium 2 minus RC. So RC was removed and backed WebDriver API for RC. So what it did, like they develop API, it means like all the methods they have developed and they included all those methods as a package and then they have given you to use it. So one more important thing about Selenium, that Selenium name how it came because that time Mercury was a company and like Mercury company was like so much popular and it has a wide market of the automation and all such things. So Selenium is a component which suppress the impact of Mercury. So that's why this people give the name Selenium. Basically the Mercury, whatever the Mercury impact is there to suppress the Mercury impact. The Selenium is like a chemical element. So they gave the name like Selenium. Okay. So that's why like the Selenium name was so much popular. So story behind it, and this is that only. That why the people gave name as Selenium. Because of the Mercury. Mercury like was a company that time. Now it is owned by HP, but that time it was owned by Mercury too, like company. And then that company was developing automation things and it had a wide market. Then Selenium came into the market to suppress all the impacts of the Mercury and then slowly it captured a big market. Mercury was a paid tool and Selenium become as a free open source tool. Means anyone can just download and use it kind of thing. Then Selenium 4 came into the market in 2018. So what they did is some kind of like upgradation and other things like whatever it was not there in the older versions, they just try to add it. You can see here W3C, a standardization of the WebDriver API. It means they told that whatever the browsers are there in the market, all will be follow the guidelines of W3C and all will give the browser driver to support the automation thing. Improved Selenium Grid. introduction of the relative locators. They have added this feature, and full page screenshot, better observability and traceability they have added, and refresh and rich documentation. So documentation wise also they have added more part into that. So you will see these things means practically it is like very much handy, but it's just are theoretical concepts. You should have, like, if someone is asking that what you know about Selenium 4, so you should be able to tell couple of topics. Yeah, these features I have seen people were talking about that these features added in Selenium 4. Then we will see once we talk about Selenium. So it is IDE, RC, WebDriver, and Grid. So Selenium Grid is something once you are in the corporate world, so they will give you a lab setup kind of thing, and Selenium Grid takes the control into that phase. So basically it's a lab structure where like so many machines will be connected, and you can execute your code written on one machine on different machines with the help of Selenium Grid. So they are saying that RC and WebDriver was merged in Selenium 2. Then they are improving day by day. So Selenium 4 is currently going into the market. You also will be using Selenium 4 only. So Selenium RC provides API, which is called Application Programming Interface. It means methods, and library, it means classes, which supports languages such as Java, C Sharp, PHP, Python, Ruby kind of language. So these were like high level things, and what browsers is supported: Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Firefox, Safari, Google Chrome, Opera. Okay. And which operating system it is supporting: Windows, Linux, Mac, and Solaris. So mostly like people are using Windows and Mac. Some people are also using Linux and Solaris as well. It is very flexible and easy to use as compared to other functional tools. And one more advantage is that you can customize your Selenium. It means anytime you can add any library. So that is also supported. So that is the best part what you can think of. You can see here, these are the language information, which language it is supporting. These are the browser information, and these are the operating system information. So when we talk about Selenium, so this picture, you should always remember that it support different language, it support different browsers, it support different operating system as well. When we talk about browsers, it can be like mobile browser as well, and it can be like window browser as well. So both can be supported. So it is saying that how to set up Eclipse and all those things. So we already discussed these things yesterday. How to set up Eclipse. So already we have done the Eclipse setup. Eclipse setup already we did when we were doing the Java. So mainly like Selenium setups. So you remember like yesterday, I downloaded and added all the libraries using add external jars. So WebDriver tool is the automation testing of the web application. So using like Selenium, what you can do? You can just automate web application only. It means no desktop applications or no Windows-based things you can automate. WebDriver interacts directly to the browser without any intermediary. It is used to handle multiple frames. So frame is also there in some kind of web pages you will see. So that you will see. WebDriver is also used for advanced user navigation such as drag and drop, mouse over. So this supports keyboards and mouse operations also it supports. So it is saying that how to write your first script. So we have done this part yesterday. If you remember that system.set property we did, and after that we have done the setup, we have launched the browser, and we have opened the URL, and we have done the closing of the browser. So these were the basic things we already did yesterday. So this is just a small task. Open google.com, maximize the browser using Selenium. So maximize also we have done yesterday. Launch a web browser, open the URL and close the browser. That also we have done. So if we can recollect the things yesterday, what we did. This. So this is the line of code. This will set up the path for that. Second thing is that it needs the browser to be launched. This is the code to maximize. This is the code to open the URL. And this is just to print the title. And this is just for kind of interrupt. I have put kind of interrupt to wait for some time. And then after that, quit operation. So just a recap at how we did the setup. First, I downloaded the jar files. Consider that I downloaded the jar files and extracted it. So downloads, you can just remember that this was the download what I performed yesterday. Selenium Java 4.2. This I downloaded, and this is the browser driver. Also, I downloaded Chrome driver. So this was the Chrome driver, and based on the version I downloaded, and then after that I did a project setup and installed everything over there. I added everything here. So we have Selenium 4.6 as well, and we have Selenium 4.2.0 as well. So I'm looking for a stable version. Maybe 4.6, the latest version is not stable, as people used to say. Like let it be stabilized. Maybe initially when it comes now because it's open source. So it can have some kind of bugs. So don't go with the direct like highest version. Try to use some stable version. So I have taken the stable version where I have like everything. So I put it in a safe place. You can see here in the tools 4.2.0, which was having one lib folder and one like normal Selenium folder. So what I did, I just created one project. Project was already created, so I added the library. So just right click and properties and go to Java build path, then choose the third option and add all the libraries using add external jars. So this part we have already completed, and this demo also we have already completed. Now we will proceed further with couple of things that is needed. So it's asking for these things. We have already done these things, so no problem. So it's asking for navigate command. So there is a navigation command. Means like what it want to tell you. Let me show you that Selenium tests Selenium download. Suppose that I'm going to this site. I'm on the main page. Consider that I clicked on download. I am on the download page. Then I'm clicked on the documentation page. So what I did, I navigated this couple of pages. So when I navigated, you see the URL change over here. If I clicked on the download, so it's coming on the download page. So this is refresh. This is a refresh. This is the home page. Means if I don't have the home button, means you can navigate back. Then you can navigate forward, like this kind of things are there. So these things are able to supported by like Selenium, and you can use these features. So refresh is there, forward is there, back is there. So these things you can use in the Selenium. So I will just show you there is a navigate.to command, navigate.forward command, navigate.back command, or navigate.refresh command. So how to use this command? So these are the sample codes they have given. You can just try these codes and then you can try to navigate. So for forward and backward, what you have to do, you have to learn like codes, because this is something next level. Before that, you need to interact with some of the web elements. So I will show you that code, then you will understand. Right click, refactor, rename. Selenium, Google Chrome launch demo. So I have renamed the package so that it should be shown me with the Selenium things. And I also have other things which I will Selenium. So let me rename the couple of things for you. Selenium browsers. This is the Java things, com. This is the test ng. So I have Selenium things over here. So I will show you the demo from there. So is there any navigate? See, browser navigation demo. This is the demo. I can show you a couple of examples from there. Now, you can see I have written some different code. And what is the purpose of this code? I'll show you. This is not the navigation. This is just a simple Selenium div command. You can just have a run here and see this. This is a simple code, but here you will see some different line of code, line number 15. So what it will do, basically, I'll tell you. If I right click and go to the task manager, I have to check one thing. If it is there, then I can show you the live examples. So I'm looking for Chrome driver. Basically what happens that if you run your system and you have not closed the web driver, it's like a browser by automation. So Chrome driver, which was like executed in the initial phase, it will keep on running and it will take you some of the memory space. So I'm just looking for that thing. If it is there, then I can show you here. And then for that, you need one line of code to control it. So I'm looking for Chrome driver. So if it is there, I can show you. It's not there, right? So what it will do, consider that this is the Google Chrome demo. Okay. I am not using driver.quit. Just commenting it. If I run this code, so what it will do, yesterday program, just I'm talking about that. You see here, it has started, it maximized, it opened the google.com, but it didn't close. So once I'm manually closing it, and then I'm going to the task manager, you will see one thing, Chrome driver will be keep on running. You can see this Chrome driver will keep on running and it will like some of the memory it will occupied and it will like whatever. It has to be closed actually. Proper closing you have to handle it. But you haven't closed it. So what it will do, it will keep on running. So for that, if by mistake, if we have left that code, so for that purpose, I'm going a separate command that is called runtime.get runtime.exe task kill, and this is a basically DOS command. So DOS command, if I have to run in the automation, so this is the program. It will help you. This is the Java code. It will help you to run the DOS command. So you see here, first I will show you the demo of this. You can see right click properties. Sorry, right click task manager. This code is running. You can see here. Chrome driver is running. So what I'm going there, going to the CMD. And that line, command line thing I have copied already. I'm pasting it here. You can see, and you just focus on this. Chrome driver.exe. If I want to kill it from the command line, so I just run this command task kill /f is forcefully, and then some other parameters I have to pass and which program I want to close. So once I click it, you can see it has disappeared from here. So it will take care of those things. Suppose that any program is not able to close, so you can just try here. Like you can see CC cleaner is there. Not found. Asking for path. Oh, actually it's 64. So that's why. I think the CC cleaner is not found. So basically the file name is 64. Error cannot be terminated. Maybe some reasons it is not able to terminate, but you can control couple of things. Like if you want to kill like Chrome, so you can kill from here. You can see all the Chrome browsers close. So this is the command, and what it will do, it will, if by mistake someone has keep it running, so for that you can use that command. So you can see runtime.get runtime.exe. Suppose that by mistake someone has not closed and you want to close it first, then you want to launch the Chrome driver. So for that purpose, I have added this line of code. Runtime.get runtime.exe, then this DOS command. Okay, so this is the command I am running just to close everything. Then system.set property, then I'm setting the Chrome driver path, and which is not matching here because I have to update the path. So my path is here. You can see here. I will just right click and properties. I will take the path from here up to here because you just leave the current project. That's okay. And you update the path here. And put a dot. Dot means in the current project. In the correct project, driver is that. So we have already done. So here you can just write either web driver or you can just put the actual things as well as Java rules applied. So I'm just using Chrome driver. That should be okay. You can also use web driver. It's up to you. And then it is just a code for maximize the browser. Then I'm just using Java command, a string URL. I have put the URL and then I'm passing the URL in the driver.get. So it will open the URL and then I'm using thread.slip and then I'm using driver.quit. So let me run it. After 5 seconds, it should be closed. So it is saying that end of the program, which I have already printed over here. And we have also printed a start of the program. So what time the program was started and what time it ended, and everything is recorded over here. You can see a start of the program, Tuesday, November 29, something like that. And it is like the time and everything is printed. And after that, what time it finished up. So I just put 2 lines of code, system.out.println for that purpose. So you can understand the code. So this now we have driver.quit and driver.close. So sometimes like close is not working properly. So you just quit is more powerful. You can see here. So I'm just using this time driver.close and I'm commenting it just to show you demo. Right click, run as Java application. So once you use driver.close, so Chrome driver is not killed. That program which is running in the background, it is not killed. You see here. You can see this is not killed. It is still running. So close is just open, just close will close the current, what you call active browser, and quit will close everything. Means whatever the Chrome is guided or controlled by the automation, it will close all the sessions for that. So that's why Chrome driver is still running. You can see here. Even my program is like closed, everything is done. So this is again, it is running. And one more thing about close. If you have used close once, again, you have tried to use close and then suppose that browser is not there. So it will throw some kind of exception that is like session not found exception. I will show you. So you can not use close 2 times for one active browser. Suppose that in case of one browser you have, and again you try to close it, then it will throw you some kind of exception. The exception name is no such session exception. So session wise also it is creating problem. But in the case of quit, if you use it after this, so it won't be any problem for it. It means when you have used quit, close, and you want to use quit. So quit means like close every sessions. So why it is not throwing any exception in the quit? The reason behind it that the code of the quit is written in such a way that if it is a session is null, then it will just return it. If I can show you, then I will show you the code as well. Asking for this code. Selenium Chrome driver 4.2.jar. Attach source, external location, external file. Selenium Chromium driver. So one is main file and one is sources. So sources you have to attach to see the source code. You can see here. And the name from where I got it, you can see this name it is coming Selenium Chromium driver 4.2. So this jar file it is looking for. So I attach the source for that. And once I attach the source, then I will be able to see the code over here, that what code it is written over there. So I just wanted to see that what is written in the quit. So it's saying that go to super.quit. So super.quit, again it is asking that Selenium remote driver code. Go there. External file. Selenium remote driver source code. You can see here if session ID is equal to null, so then just return. It means it will not throw any exception. But if it is not null, then it will go and it will quit. It means this command will be called and finally it will set the session is equal to null. So finally block, you remember it always run to set the default setting and there we are setting that session is equal to null. So in this way it is handled. So it's up to you. If you're interested, you can go and see. So I will just show you the demo after close. If you use quit, so it will not throw any exception. But after quit, if you try to use close, so it will throw exception because close is worked on the sessions. If session is not active, it will just throw the session not found exception. And quit you can use double times as well. So no problem. I mean, any times you can use. There will not be any exception. You see here the program successfully run. And I will show you one more demo that I use quit one time. Again, I'm using quit. Again, I'm using quit. Even I'm using multiple times, what it will do? It will go inside the code and it will see that if session is equal to null, it will just return. So no problem. So multiple quits also you can use, but multiple close only when the case of multiple browsers. Otherwise, it will just show session not found exception. You can see here, this line of code is printed. It will only print when the program is successful. You already know the Java thing, so it should be okay. So this is something demo. And if I put it like this, then this will start showing some exception because quit will always set the session as null. And after that, if you try to use close, then it will show you session not created exception. You can see here, no such session exception. It started throwing. Session ID is null. Using WebDriver after calling quit. So it's saying that. So this is the reason. So this is illegal to use. This is okay to use. So if you are using quit, then no need of close. So just commented it out. So now I was just discussing about this navigation commands. So let me find that code if it is there. What I will do, I will find it here in the somewhere I have written, but I am not able to find the name of class. So if code is present and you are not able to find, so in Eclipse, like you can go in search and just put your code driver.navigate dot back. So this is the code I'm looking for. Search. Search. Java search. Type method references. Search in everywhere. It's not able to search. Driver.navigate dot back. Semicolon. Why it's not able to search? Let me check other batch. I remember it was there. SRC. Search. Next. What text? Wait. Search for type, model, package, field, all occurrence. Not able to search, navigate. Why? Maybe somewhere. I need to find it. Where is that example over here? Because it was already there. I remember Selenium Day 2. This is the, with this I can show you. Search. We're not able to find. Maybe what is the reason? I need to check. Search. This is the different Eclipse. That's why I think it is not working. I just picked it. I think this is okay. We can search in the file. Could be there, but I'm missing that part where it is gone. Browser close demo. I'm just searching up because like all the examples are already there. Then I have to write the code in that case. Search, navigate. Yeah. Not this one. Refresh. Yeah, this is the browser launching. This is the code. Selenium browser. So I will give the rename at browser not launching. It should be navigate demo. So now I have the code. I can show you. Close others. You can see here this line of code just for which date and time I have started. And let me activate this task kill. Then I will launch new Chrome driver things. So it is present in this location as I already know. So I will just put this. And this I don't need. So I'm removing this code. This I need. I have written WebDriver. So you can use Chrome driver. It's up to you. This is just for maximize. And this is the code. So I'm using for Devalance. So instead of driver.get, you can also use driver.get and you can also use driver.navigate.to. So you can use this like this. So instead of driver.get, you can use driver.navigate.to. So this is the first command that how you will use it. So instead of driver.get, and there is one interview question related to that. That what is the difference between driver.navigate.to and driver.get? So you go inside the driver.navigate.to. Basically, it's internally calling driver.get only. Okay. So both are same, but in the interview, they will try to confuse you whether you know this concept or no. So driver.get is internally called by driver.navigate.to. So this is the main command, but you can call this via this command as well. If I can show you, then I will show you. If I'm going here, it is asking that add these jars. So I'm going to the external location, external file, Selenium API 4.2, Selenium API sources. So here the code definition you won't find because it's a interface. So you have to go to the corresponding classes. To understand the structure, you can go there, just right click and open type hierarchy. So this is something very important for you. In the navigation interface, all those commands which you are using back, forward, refresh, to. So these are like navigation interface commands. And navigation is the parent of event firing, navigation, remote navigation. If I'm going to the remote navigation, so I can see that two commands. So if you see that two command, it is internally calling get command. So that's why like we used to say that driver.navigate.to internally uses get command. So in the interview, if someone is asking, so you can confidently tell that, yeah, basically it's the same command, but driver.navigate.to is calling driver.get. Okay. You can see this will call you, this will open the URL, and then after 5 seconds, I'm doing a refresh, page refresh. This I'm doing as a page refresh, and after page refresh, I am trying to click on a web element. So how to understand that to click on a web element? So there is a command called driver.find element. Okay, so find element asks for like give me something so that I can find some element. So I'm saying that there is a locator, a strategy. So by class is for locator things. So in Selenium, we have a by class and which is present here. You can see here. org openqa selenium dot by is a class. If you go inside that, you will see by dot id. We call it. We have id. It's a static method. So that's like we are just calling it by dot. Then we have by dot link text. We have by dot partial link text, by dot name, by dot tag name. So these are locator strategy. Once we discuss about locators, so you will understand these things. So by dot xpath, by dot class name, by dot CSS selector. So basically we have 8 different locators, and I will show you window, view, outline. So these methods you can see now. Class name, CSS selector, ID, link text, name, partial link text, tag name, and XPath. So you will see 8 locators are there, and this will be asked in the interview question that tell me name of all the locators. How many locators are there? Or tell me the name of all the locators. You have to tell all the name of locators. So this is something very important interview question as well. Okay. So most popular is ID. Then we have name. Then we have CSS selector. Then we have XPath. And rest others are there to support, but sometimes they are used. Mostly you will be using ID, name, XPath, and CSS selector. Okay. So here I'm just using. Let me first show you manually, then you will understand what I'm trying to do. So this is the URL. I'm coming here in the web page. I'm going to this web page. What's the web page? Okay. Then we have a training link. You can see here somewhere training link. Okay. So I'm clicking on this link. So it will navigate to the different pages. You can see a courses. Then I will navigate back. Okay. Then I will navigate forward. So if I will keep on doing like this, so it will move. So navigation commands support this kind of features. So you can see here, first I have tried to open this and then I refresh this page. Then I try to find a link. So this is the link text, buy.link text, and it is asking just give me the link. So you can see here, basically if you go to that main page, we had training link. Okay. So how you will come to know that it is a link? So just mouse over, it will change like the finger it will change. You see mouse pointer, then it is changing. So you will understand this is a link. Second option is that you right click on that web element and go to inspect section. And just click on this. So it will show you the selected area. It will show you the property of that. So this is called a tag name. A is the tag name, and whatever the A tag is there, it means all are links. Then these are called attribute and the values, means properties we call it. Attribute name and the value. So attribute and properties we call it. So class is one attribute, href one attribute, and this is the text. Okay. So any link has a text, so you can just use that text to perform a interaction operation. So in this code, I am doing the same by.link text. I'm passing the training because that text was like in the capital. You can see here. Okay. So that's why I passed as a capital and then perform the operation. So operation is like what operation you want. So I'm saying that click it. So we have a click method. So driver dot find element, then you pass that which locator you want to use and what action you want to perform. So everything will be controlled by a driver because this is directly interacting to the browser. And then we are waiting for 5 seconds. Then we are doing a back operation. Back operation means once you click on the training, it will take you to this page. After 5 seconds, you perform the back. Then again, it will take you to this page. Then again, I am waiting for 5 seconds. And then again, I'm doing a forward operation. So forward operations, this means again, I'm going here. Then I'm clicking on this forward operations. Forward operations will again show you this page. And then I'm performing the close, then I'm performing the quit. So one time quit is okay. No need to have 2 times. Close I don't need here. So I will just comment because I already explained about close and quit. So let me run this. Last line is here. If this line is printed, it means my program is successful without any error. Normally, developers while testing put this line of code to understand whether their program completed successfully or not. So right click, run. You can see here this page is opening. When it will open, it will click on the training. Still it is opening, you can see on the top. So I think it will not be able to click because this pop-up is coming. Earlier when I automated that pop-up was not there. Again, it will do a forward. You can see everything is working as planned. Means 5 seconds after that, it will quit. So end of the program printed successfully. It means my program worked successfully. You can see here this. So this was just a demo for that. Means how to perform a navigation kind of things. So anyone has any doubt, they can ask.
Yeah, Raju. Actually, yesterday we done the simple program.
Yes.
Yeah, in that system.set property we disable. Same program will be executing continuously. It is not terminating. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Let me stop the recording first.
Okay.